on in a booth, and there's the engineer, and then people on disembodied speakers that I'm talking to in is it Vancouver? Yeah, I don't even know what they could be on the moon. So yes, this is the social part of the event.
Yeah, most people may not know this. You come to the conventions, you see a lot of these folks, and you just get the feeling that they just spend all their days in a building together. It's not even true at all. A lot of the My Little Pony crew, like for example, the writers, some of the voice actors, etc., don't even work in LA or Vancouver. They're all over the place. So yeah, a lot of at the conventions is one of the rare times they get to socialize. So that's why we're always pleased to bring as many of them to you as possible, so that they can talk. That's really the important thing.
We're pleased too, because voiceover can be so lonely.
Now there have been, I presume everyone's seen the season 8 premiere, yeah. Can the veterans in the cast, Andrea and now Kelly, you're a veteran now, you count.
I am?
You are!
You do in fact count.
How has it been working with all the new voice actors? Tell us about some of those folks.
Oh, they're great. It's like, what do you say? Oh, they're awful.
No, tell us what you really.
They're great. A lot of them, it's maybe not their first gig, but one of their first gigs. So it's always really, you can get a little jaded, and so it's always fun to see people who are super excited about coming in to record their first cartoon, and especially one that's at the caliber that My Little Pony is. So yeah, they're awesome. They're all kind of buddies themselves and super talented. Yeah, I'm excited to see this season.
So do you still feel like the newbie yourself, though, given that Starlight's only been there since season 5?
Andrea says no.
Among the cast, not in voice acting.
I will speak for how Kelly feels.
No, I feel like I'm one of the gang. But it's still, getting to work with these fantastic actresses, it's always fun just getting to kind of sit in the corner and watch them do their magic.
So I have a question for each person on the panel. If you could give your favorite thing about working on My Little Pony Friendship Experiment, what would that thing be? We'll start at the end with John. We'll work back toward Bill. No pressure.
So if I say that again.
What is your favorite aspect of working on this show?
Well, my favorite aspect is actually, and I know it's going to sound, when you do a theater show, okay, you finish the show at night, and you get out of costume and out of makeup, and you go to the stage door to leave to go back home. And there are a few people there who want an autograph and often want to ask a few questions about the show. This is an extension of that. So the show becomes less important to me as time goes on, and the interaction becomes more important. I dare say it's probably the same for everybody here. And maybe even more accentuated for me because I do so few of them. I don't really remember them. I do it, I prepare it. It takes me a couple of hours the night before. I come in, it takes an hour or so in the booth, and then that's sort of it. So it comes all back here. This is where it all comes back. And so that's the best part of the show for me.
How do you follow that? The best part of the show for me is still, I love recording together as an ensemble cast. It's so much fun. I love reading my script beforehand, but then being surprised every time I go in to see what the other performers are going to come up with, how they're going to interpret their characters. I'm always delighted by what they come up with, and it inspires me in my performance. and I just love that camaraderie and kind of the team feeling of putting it all together. And because we've been doing the show for so long, we get to collaborate. We are allowed to make suggestions for what we think our characters should do. If we want to change a line, they let us, which is very unusual and unique. And so I love being a part of the process.
I'm not even going to try to follow either of those. I'm just going to say that Tabitha brings in free cookies. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I like the ginger snap one.
And bundt cake occasionally.
She eats breakfast at like 3 in the morning. So by the time she gets to session, she's having lunch, and it's at 9 a.m.
So wait, is Tabitha a hobbit or just a cereal baker?
Can it be both?
It can always be both.
Yeah.
But she never eats it. She never
Right.
eats it. Like, she eats a very clean, healthy diet, but she likes bringing in.
Fat
Let's
in the
fatten
rest
us up, I guess. Some weird ritual she's about to conduct.
Yeah, obviously what everybody else said is true. As John says, we do a show and then a year later somehow by some magic it's on television. So yeah, we kind of forget a lot about, oh yeah, that show I did a year and a half ago. For me, the best part about doing the show is being able to come home and play in the sandbox with my old family up in Vancouver, and because they're some of the best in the world, and it's always an honor to be able to be in a room with them. So yeah, just the people I work with up there, it's the best part. Yeah.
Oh, and you guys are okay too, I guess.
I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, I thought going at the end would give me time to think, but everything that I was going to say has sort of been said. But I will just sort of expand on that, what John said, what Andrew said as well. The collaboration with the cast does it actually feels like a theatre show at times when we get to do it in the room together. But also sort of expanding on what John said, the interaction with people. Some of the people that I've met and the interactions that I've had with folks after becoming a part of the community have been some of the most positive experiences I've had in my adult life. And so that kind of community, this kind of community has really sort of shown me what the work that we do can do for people. It can be a little too easy to be so distanced from something and maybe just think about the industry as a job or as the work that we do, and then that can jade you. I think you just sort of think about it like a regular job. But when we get to interact with you folks at various events or on social media, it really changes my perspective, and I'm sure that it changes everybody's perspective on what it is we do.
So long story short, they love you guys.